decision to not practice today, and do you have any COVID additions coming?
Yeah, the decision, was made because we have some positives today. Some may be false positives. We're working through that. We'll come out with the list here later today that might be on it. And I just felt that we needed to hit the pause button, get our hands around what we got here as far as numbers and roster. And we're going to hold a meeting this afternoon instead of practicing. And the hope is tomorrow to have a good practice on Friday and Saturday and go out there and get us a W.
Well, if you do practice tomorrow, will you try and cram a day and a half into a day, or how will that work?
Yeah, we'll add some plays to tomorrow's practice.
Okay, thanks.
Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, Vic, I was just curious what your thoughts are on Bradley Chubb since he's come back. Obviously had the big play on Sunday, but what just overall have you seen from him as he's getting back now?
Yeah, he's gotten better and better every week. He was out for a long time. It's hard to just flip a switch and come back and be yourself. But I see a guy that's made improvements each and every game that he's played. And he's starting to look like the Bradley Chubb that we all know and love and appreciate for his great talent and great play. And I think he's getting there every day.
Let's go, Zach, and then Jeff. Go ahead, Zach.
Hey, Coach, have there been any discussions with the league about potentially moving the game due to COVID? I know the Chargers are dealing with some things as well. And do you know what would have to happen in order for it to get to that point?
No, I don't. Not there. I don't believe there's been any discussions and wouldn't anticipate there being any.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Vic, I got two for you. The first one being, can you just offer a general number of people you're concerned about with COVID testing?
Yeah, it'd be about, new ones today, possibly 5.
And then you said some of those 5 are getting retested?
Yeah, the first test was positive. The second one was negative. And now they have their procedures they go through when that happens. So we're kind of in limbo on a couple guys right now.
Okay, and then just a general football question. You've got a lot of things that you wanted to fix that are sort of fixed. The penalties are down. You're tied for number 1 in scoring defense. Your turnovers are way down. Why hasn't that resulted into more of the good things you would associate with all that?
Well, I mean, over the course of the season, we've lost some close games. Okay, so you can do some good things in close games, but don't get over the top. We haven't, by and large, outside of a few games, haven't scored enough points. Okay, and haven't been able to. We've gotten into too many 3rd and longs over the course of the season, and we've just struggled to convert a decent number of those. I think those are some of the thoughts I have to your question.
And then last one, and I promise, would finishing number 1 in scoring defense mean anything to you on a professional level, personal level?
I think it'd be a great thing just for our players. The players are the ones that are responsible for it. They've done it with multiple people playing at different positions. And I just think it shows the fight and competitiveness of our players. So they would deserve all the credit, and they should get the joy out of it. We got 2 great offenses to finish up here against. So it'll be a tough chore to hang on to that ranking, but we're going to give it all we can.
Thanks.
Let's go, Troy, then Eric. Go ahead, Troy.
A couple of quick ones for you, Coach. You said last year to us you had to be comfortable being uncomfortable as you dealt with COVID. Has it gotten any easier as you deal with this today now, and with 2 games remaining? How do you think your players are adapting to these, kind of moving goalposts of testing and the spread of the virus again?
Yeah, I think they've done a great job of that. As my friend Joe Madden would say with his baseball team, he'd say, embrace the suck. Sometimes it sucks. You have that thought for about 5 seconds, then you embrace it and you move forward. And our guys are doing a great job of that, of adapting all year, especially lately when it's become more prevalent. And I expect them to continue that.
And you had mentioned in answering Jeff's question regarding so many positive stats, but if you're not scoring enough points. When you look at that, is that a couple plays a game? Is it just the passing game not being complementary enough at times? How would you, your 10,000 feet or 30,000 foot view of why you're not scoring enough points?
Yeah, we've just been inconsistent at times. And like I said, we've gotten into too many third and longs, which makes it hard to sustain drives. We needed to get a few more takeaways on defense to set up our offense. We got 10 points that way last week. We needed to do that more often than we have all year. And, we need to make a major contribution in the kicking game to set up the offense. So it's all three phases working together. But obviously, we just haven't had the consistency throughout the season. We've had our good moments where we've scored good points, but it just hasn't been there all season.
Hey, guys, we only have time for a few more. Let's try to churn and burn as quickly as we can. Go ahead, Eric.
Vic, big picture, what's impressed you most about Pat Surtain and Javonte Williams this year? And then the rookie class in general, what can you say about their contributions this season?
Yeah, I think our rookie class has made great contributions, and it was a great first class by George and his group to bring in here. You start with Pat and Javonte. Their play has been obvious. They're top of the line players at their positions. Meinertz at the guard position has done very well for us. Caden Stearns has done well. Coop has done well. Seth Williams, who we drafted, I believe, in the 6th round, is going to get a chance to play this week, and he's been doing better in practice. And I have good hopes for him. And, and a guy like Jonas, we picked him up after training camp was over. That turns out to be a great pickup too. So very enthusiastic and bullish on our young players.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yes, Coach, is Clinton Dix and Kendall Hinton the likely guys to fill in for Patrick and Stearns? And also, is Micah Kaiser by any chance, or Kenny Young, do you anticipate those guys helping out at the inside linebacker position?
Yeah, I'm not sure on Kenny yet. He still has to get totally cleared. Yeah, Micah will be dressed and ready to go. Kendall for sure will help. Should get more playing time. And I'm not sure if will be the guy we bring up or not yet.
Go for it, George.
Yeah, Vic, I wanted to ask you a little bit about Jonas Griffith. I know we've asked about him in the past, and you just mentioned him. But when you guys first traded for him, obviously he was looked at as just a special teams piece. Did you see any other potential in him that you knew that he could play at inside linebacker if you needed him? And what's maybe surprised you most about his play these last few weeks?
Well, you're right. He was brought in here to fortify our special teams units. We had no visions of what he would be as an every down linebacker. But as I kept watching him on the scout team first, I was liking what I was seeing. I told Reggie to start getting him reps with the defense. I continued to like what I was seeing. And when we had an injury and it was time to start somebody, I said, we're starting Jonas and we'll see where it goes. And he's taken full advantage of that opportunity and he's done well for us.
Coach Fangio, thanks so much for the time. We appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.